This is Breezy, my non-traditional platformer where you move a golf ball by controlling the wind. You might have noticed that I left for 2 months and returned with a new channel name and logo. I was actually abducted by aliens. After releasing the Halloween demo for Breezy, I got caught up in a few projects that I'd actually like to talk more about down the line, like participating in Ludum Dare and porting Wing It to the web. Each of these will get their own video. Speaking of videos, I plan to release shorter videos more often. I won't be associating with the YouTube Shorts program since I use a landscape monitor and don't want to have to rotate or weirdly crop videos to work in a portrait orientation. Anyway, back to Breezy. I expected the Halloween demo to get some sort of positive reception, but it actually received no reception, as with many of my games. This motivated me to make the game a bit more appealing, specifically by adding new ways to play, or new characters. I don't really consider a golf ball to be a character, but that's really the most appropriate way of putting it. The comparison is with the Sonic adventure games. You can play most of the game as Sonic, but switching to another character will give you a dramatically different experience, so adding a new character is basically like adding an entirely new campaign. The problem with this is that in order to make these new characters interesting, I have to dramatically change the player's abilities, which can make some stages difficult or impossible to beat. For example, in this stage in the Halloween world, you're supposed to enter this pumpkin portal multiple times to gain enough height to reach the flag. However, since the beach ball has much more drag, it can't reach high enough. The previously mentioned Sonic adventure games solved this by retooling stages or designing entirely new ones to work with the characters. Since I don't have the resources to design a whole set of stages, that's the reason I'm doing this in the first place, I'll just play through all the stages as all of the characters and see which ones are possible, then just smack some sort of warning message on the ones that aren't. I want the default golf ball to be able to beat all of the stages, of course, so I'll be designing them around it. The first new character I added was this beach ball. It's a lot lighter and larger, so as I said earlier, it has a lot more drag. The upside of this is that it's a lot easier to control, so I see the beach ball as sort of an easy mode, obviously excluding the stages it makes impossible. In fact, you can even cheese some stages like this one, where the flag is right next to the player. This character goes pretty well with the beach stages thematically, so it'll probably be one of the first characters you unlock. Did I mention there are going to be unlockables in the game? I'll get to that in another video. The next character I added was a lot more unique, the roll ball. This ball plays more like a traditional platformer. You can still use wind to roll around, but you don't enter a neutral state after losing your momentum, so you can't hit the ball again after you start rolling. To counteract not being able to hit the ball, I added a jump button to this character that propels it about as far as a normal hit would. Unlike the beach ball, this roll ball makes many stages a lot harder, especially ones that rely on precise hits like the last level of the grass course. I've still been able to beat even this level though, so this character just takes a lot of practice. I've got a lot of ideas for even more characters to add in the future. For example, one that plays like a traditional 3D platformer, maybe with some moves like a double jump or an air dash for extra mobility, one that tilts the stage to move like Super Monkey Ball, one that flips the stage upside down and uses a grappling hook to move around because grappling hooks are awesome, maybe even one with a portal gun, although I don't really know how that would work with controller compatibility. Anyway, that's all I've got to say about new characters for now. I've still added a few other features that I'll get to in the near future. See you then.